And again, I'll be opening up one of these at the very end of the video, so stay tuned. Hello friends, and welcome to the first video of 2025. I have been thinking long and hard about what I wanted to do in this video, and a lot of people tell me resolutions don't make sense. There's no reason to put a resolution. We should be pushing to do goals all the time. We should be pushing ourselves all the time. And yeah, we should be setting new things for ourselves, not just at the beginning of January, even though that's the easiest time because that's the whole new year. We should be doing it throughout the year. However, I love the idea of just setting some encouragements for the year. And that's what I talked about in my last video of 2024. My wrap up is, they're just encouragements for my reading goals and my baking goals and just my life in general. And that's why I love to set kind of encouragements for myself for the year, these resolutions, because it's just a way to be like, hey Melissa, another new year, another year to be able to do some really great things, really fun things, plan things with you guys, plan things in my personal life, and I love that idea. So for this first video of 2025, we're going to talk about some great things we have upcoming this year, some great activities, some great plans, and I thought we would go ahead and talk about this channel, Melissa's Cozy Corner, Melissa's friends, the friends that come here, the people that support me, and the things that you'll also get out of this year's videos, hopefully. So I am going to talk about the three main things we talk about on this channel: books, baking, and other cozy content. And let's go ahead and just talk about all three of these in that order and what I have planned for this new year and what you can be looking forward to. So let's go ahead and start out with books. Last year I did a bullet journal. I on this kept track of all of the things I was doing with my books throughout the year. And I was really happy with how it ended. Yes, I didn't finish my 12 books of 2024. Yes, I didn't finish my A through Z. And yes, I did complete my bingo. I finished my book of poems. I posted that on my community tab. I was really excited to be able to finish it. I'm looking forward to maybe picking up another book of poems. If you have any recommendations, I would love it. But poems are still a very new area for me, so be nice. So I did complete my book bingo, or at least one row. I've completed this row, and maybe I complete everything next year, but that's an encouragement, not a requirement. So I thought we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to keep doing my bullet journal, keep track of my books. I'm going to continue to do these page setups where I have my title, author, ratings, format, start and finish dates of my books, the genres, and then it's just a one-pager of my general thoughts. I think this really helped me kind of keep together what I was thinking about my books, and then if I forgot, hey, I read, don't remember. Oh, I read The Husbands by Holly Gramazio. Then I can go back here and read my thoughts about what I had with that book. So I'm going to continue doing that. And I would love to go ahead and continue my A through Z. And I'm going to list the letters I need help with. So maybe you have some recommendations. And I'm going to continue my book bingo. I need help with all three of these from you guys. Book bingo, I'm going to go ahead and do what I did 2 years ago. And any ones I did not finish last year in 2024, I'm going to go ahead and list in 2025, and then I need some new ones. So currently I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 24 squares that need to be filled, and I have a book published by a Korean author, a banned book in the American school system, books seen on TikTok or Instagram, book with a purple cover, finish a manga series, and a book from my childhood. Oh, and a book that was released in the year I was born, 1993, and you consider books that were translated in the year I was born also released in 1993, not 2023, 1993. I would love your opinion. So I currently have 7 squares, so I need math, 5, 20, 19, 17. I need 17 more ideas to put in my book bingo. So maybe you have some ideas of what I can put in my book bingo to kind of get me reading some other genres, other ideas, other things that could encourage us to continue reading. By my next video, I'm hoping that we'll have the whole book bingo sorted out and listed so that way we can talk about it and then go ahead and post it. I'll also post it on my community page so you guys can see community page so you guys can see the whole book bingo and also create your own. I'm going to do A through Z again. And last year I did 12 books of 2024, books that were released in 2024. And this year I'm wanting to do 12 books of 2025 again. So one book each month. But one of my goals or encouragements for this year is to buy less books. One of the hardest parts about being somebody or being somebodies who like to read a lot of books is we also have the habit of buying a lot of books. There's also this wonderful joke going around about how there's a hobby of reading and a hobby of buying books. I have both of them, unfortunately. So I have a ton of books at home. So instead of doing 12 books that were published in 2024, I'm doing 12 books for my TBR. But what's really, really fun about this is that I have a loving partner. And they helped me out and they walked around our home and found 12 books I have not read. These could be books from his list, they could be books from my list, they could be books that we just randomly found, they could be anything. And he was nice enough to go ahead, you can't see what's happening, but they're just kind of slipping all around. I dropped one, so there's only 11 here. But he wrapped up 12 books that I can unwrap for each month and read. So these are 12 books we've already owned. They're just not books that have been on my next to read, or maybe they are, or maybe I just don't realize we have them, or maybe they're his books. So these are 12 books that I'm going to unpack, well, not unpack each month. I'm going to unpack one book each month, and that's going to be the book I'm aimed to read for that month, which I'm really excited about. Because this encourages me, one, to read the books that we already own. It's going to make sure I'm not buying new books that I don't need, but it's encouraging me to read the ones we have, and also maybe read some that are out of my comfort zone, or ones that I wanted to read that were out of my comfort zone but haven't really found the encouragement or the push. So I'm really, really excited for this. Also, he picked the most beautiful wrapping paper. Look how pretty these are. It's not focusing on the wrapping paper. Look how pretty these are. Aren't these gorgeous? So I'm really excited for this. I'm going to unwrap one book at the end of this video so we can see which book I'm going to be reading for January. And that's kind of my book goals, my book encouragements for this month. I'm really, really excited for this. I'm really, really excited for the 12 books of 2025 because I'm so looking forward to unwrapping these. I'm so excited to see what each book is going to be, and I think getting a Christmas present every single month. I'm so excited, even though we already own them, but you know, it doesn't matter. So I need your help with a couple of these. I need your help figuring out which books could fit with these letters to match my A through Z. I need help figuring out, did I say 17? 17 other ideas for my book bingo. And yeah, and then I want you to join me. So I was also thinking maybe we should start a book club if you guys want to. Let me know if you guys would be interested in starting a book club. I would love to start discussing some of these ideas. I don't really know where we would start the book club yet, but maybe I just start like an Instagram group where we can go on there and have a little group on Instagram, a little messenger group, and we pop in ideas or thoughts about the books, and maybe in the future we can make it a little bit bigger. But I would love to start a book club this year and start talking about these books with other people and not just myself and Michelle. I would love to get your guys' opinions as well. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments below or message me on Instagram. I'll go ahead and put a little comment below being like, are you interested in a book club? And maybe we can start one on Instagram, just a small one with a few of us. I would really love that. So those are the book goals. And again, I'll be opening up one of these at the very end of the video, so stay tuned. But I want to talk about some baking goals. Last year, I took kind of a step back from baking a little bit. There were a few reasons as to why. One, I focused a lot on reading last year. I really wanted to push myself to read as much as I was able to. The problem with doing that though, is I was able to read a lot of books, which was fantastic, but it took away a lot of my time towards some of my other goals, which was writing a story. I tried doing that in November and I just didn't have the time to balance everything out. I wasn't able to bake as much because I was spending my evenings reading instead. I wasn't able to be painting or being creative as much. I really love reading, but I realized it also takes a lot of effort and time. And I'm not somebody who does audiobooks because I lose concentration really easily. So I am going to step away from reading as much. Still gonna be reading, don't worry, but I'm gonna be also baking. And one of the ways I think I'm going to encourage myself to bake more is each month, just like the books, like these, I'm going to open this baking book, my favorite baker, Melissa Forti's. I'm going to open to a random page and bake whatever I open to. So, for example, this is a torta di panna al cioccolato e nocciole. I can't read Italian. It's a bread, chocolate, and hazelnut cake. So I would bake this if I was opening to this page. And I have two of her cookbooks. So this is like her regular everyday cookbook, and then I also have her holiday Christmas themed cookbook. I'm not going to be opening that one for this video, but I think for like maybe October, November, and December, maybe January, I'll go ahead and open a random page for that book and bake something out of it. But for the most part, I'll be focusing on this one just because this is like everyday baking. And this one is a honey and versicheto liquor cake. I don't know that liquor. But they are absolutely gorgeous and I absolutely love her recipes. Every time I bake something of hers, it turns out so delicious, so wonderful. I made a tequila cake not too long ago and oh my goodness, it was so divine, so lovely, and absolutely perfect for my partner's birthday. I also did her old-fashioned American cake recipe, which also turned out really, really great. And so this is what I'm doing. So every month, just like this book, I'm also going to be opening this to a random page and baking whatever I open to. This will encourage me to test new recipes, practice a little bit more, so I can work towards that goal of opening my own cafe in the future. I'm really excited to do this. I think it's going to be a great way to just encourage myself to do a little bit more towards my baking hobbies and my cafe hobbies. So that's goal number 2. That's focused on my baking area. I'm still working on my baking book. Like I said, last year I kind of pulled away from my baking and focused a little bit more on my reading, and this year I'm going to go ahead and try to find that balance between my baking hobbies and my reading hobbies. For the cozy content is really great because I can kind of add in a multitude of different things and it's cozy. It's all about being present, doing things that make us happy, and finding new activities that bring us peace and joy. And that's what I'm going to continue doing this year. Cozy content was something I transitioned to about a year and a half ago, I think, 2 years ago. And I started doing more cozy content because I love baking, but 1, I was eating too many baked goods, and 2, it just gets really expensive. And so I decided to start doing cozy content, reading more, and I've really fallen in love with it. I love the fact that I can do bucket lists with you guys. I love the fact that we can do crazy fun activities like going outside and playing in the fog during Halloween, or going on trips and doing just little trip vlogs. I've really enjoyed doing this kind of stuff and I hope you guys do as well. Which brings me to another bitte, which means please, but it sounds better in German. I would love to know what you guys want to do this year towards cozy content. Do you guys want to see more at-home videos, morning routines, outdoor activities? What would you guys like to do? Because I want to have fun with you guys, and I want to also make sure you're having fun in these videos, enjoying them, coming up with ideas of things you can do as well. My whole goal for these videos is to encourage you guys to also do fun and extraordinary activities. One of the things I learned with my 2024 5 best books of the year was it was all about enjoying life and not falling into the mundane repetitiveness of everydayness. And one of the things I learned from, there was a short series Micha and I watched on Disney, and it was done by Jeff Goldblum, and he talked about birthdays. And he talked about a lot of other things, but birthdays was the one that stuck out to me the most. And he said, life does get faster and faster. The time goes by faster. Each year we get older because we start repeating the things we've already done. So, for example, when we're really, really young, 3, 4 years old, time feels like it's going by a lot slower because we're experiencing new things. And the more we experience new things, the more our brain has to kind of work through those processes and new ideas. And so that time feels like it's going by slower because it's not a repetitive thing. However, take work, for example. Those of us who go to an office, those office days can kind of feel repetitive. And by the time we start work on Monday, we're like, oof, whole week of work. But then you finish work on Friday and you're like, oh my goodness, where did the work week go? And it's because we've done the things repetitively and we haven't stuck any newness in the day. So there's nothing for our brain to work on or memorize or kind of lock in for those days. So that's why life feels like it's going by faster and faster the older we get. So Jeff Goldblum talked about in his birthday video, it's really important, just like for birthdays, to remember a birthday by doing something extraordinary, doing something just fun or different. Like, for example, last year, Micha and I went to a small town in southern France. It was called Colmar, and I absolutely loved it. The year before that, when I turned 30, I did a big wine wagon with my friends and then did some paint therapy where I wrote a bunch of negative words that I've been called or call myself and then painted over it with a beautiful painting. And so now we're working on just encouraging ourselves to explore new things. This year I took Michael to a cocktail course for his birthday so we can learn how to make some new cocktails. Last year we went to a really fancy restaurant that we would normally never go to, so it would be a different experience. And so that's what I really love doing with these videos. I really like to bring in new experiences for you, new ideas, so you can try to explore those things for yourself and create exciting new adventures. And they don't have to be anything crazy. They could be just painting a new picture or learning a new hobby or reading a different book than you would ever pick up, baking a new bake. And that's what I want to continue doing. So, long story short, I would love to know what you guys want to do. Let me know what kind of activities you're interested in doing, what kind of things you're interested in exploring, and let's see if we can get them done. So this year is focused on 12 books in 2025 of books that are part of my current TBR or TBR-ish, current books I own. 12 recipes from Melissa Forti's baking books and testing them out, trying them and enjoying them and eating as much as possible because food is awesome. And doing new activities and exploring new things and just having a wonderful 2025. I hope you guys are ready. I'm ready and I'm really excited. Now let's get to this book because I'm sure some of you guys have been waiting to see what book I will be reading for January. And the kind of idea behind this is at the beginning of the month, you won't see this part except for this video. I'll open a book And then I will read the book, and at the end of the month, I'll show you which book I opened, what book I read, and what I thought about it. And I'm also going to go ahead and combine it with my baking as well, because doing one video a week is really fun, but it's really difficult. So I'm going to be going back to 2 videos a month, every other week, and I hope that's okay. It's not the ideal situation, but it's how I have to keep myself a little sane between work and hobbies and YouTube and friends and family and so on. So I'll do one video at the end of the month of which book I opened, and we're going to go ahead and talk about that book, and then we're going to go ahead and also bake something delicious from Melissa Forti. But today, because you're awesome, I'm going to go ahead and open a book today and show you which book I will be. My foot fell asleep. Oh. Open a book today and show you which book we'll be reading for January. Oh. So here are all 12 books. Woo! And the book I'm going to open is this one. As I've expressed, I have no idea what it is, but my lovely partner decided to wrap a bunch of books for me. Blue? Oh! How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. I actually think this is a perfect book for right now. I am really excited to read this one. I actually read The Midnight Library, which is one of the books that he wrote about 2 years ago, I think in January as well. So I think this is the perfect time to read this book. I don't know. Oh, it says How to Stop Time, sorry. I said the wrong title, but I am looking forward to this. If you don't know anything about this book, I'm going to read the back of it so you know what to expect. Tom Hazard has a dangerous secret. He may look like an ordinary 41-year-old history teacher, but he's been alive for centuries. From Elizabethan England to Jazz Age Paris, from New York to South Seas, Tom has seen it all. As long as he keeps changing his identity, he can stay one step ahead of his past and stay alive. The only thing he must not do is fall in love. But what if the one thing he can't have is the only thing that might save him? I'm really, really excited about this. I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to pick it up. I'm currently reading another book, so I can't read it right this second, but I am going to read this. And then at the end of the month, I will share my thoughts, spoilers, and non-spoiler filled. So I'll do 2 sections, so don't worry. Those of you who have not read it will get to still enjoy what I thought about it. And we'll talk about it at the end of the month. I'm so excited, and I'm so excited for this year. So I'm gonna let you go, because I got reading to do, baking to do. Oh, you know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and figure out what we're baking as well. That's a little sneak peek into the future. So, random recipe chooser. Oh. Bund cake al Mara. I need to learn how to read Italian. Marsala e prune. So this is a Marsala prune cake. As you probably have noticed, I've been blurring out the instructions because I'm not going to try to spoil her baking book. If you want to buy this baking book, I highly encourage it. She has the best instructions, super easy to read, and the recipes are all generally very easy. But this is the cake, and this is what I'll be making this month. So I got my prune cake, I got How to Stop Time, and I'm super excited. So until next time, you guys, I hope you have a fantastic day, a wonderful, wonderful time for this eventful 2025. I would love to hear what you guys have planned, what you guys are doing this year. And also don't forget, if you want to join a book club, I'll go ahead and put a little thing down below in the comments. Just put a thumbs up and let's connect on Instagram and start talking about some books. Hey, you never know. Maybe we'll talk about how to stop time. So I hope you're fantastic, wonderful 2025. And I look forward to all the adventures we have in front of us. Until next time, you guys. Ciao!